Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit different. As you can guess by the title, this is a little strange. So, um, this is technically a movie which they've put on. I'll explain in a sec. I'll say. Okay, firstly, the Photoshop job is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh dear. Okay, English select. Okay. See, I like how this one corner one this one at the bottom right corner they've just flipped the image. Okay. So you know how with like a lot of these back in the day, so well mainly back in the 90s and 2000s, and sometimes that seems to be more recent too. You had essentially those really cheap knockoff animated movies. You know, they're a movie, they're made on cheap by some random studio from somewhere in Europe or North Korea. I'm not kidding. North Korea makes animated ripoffs. They do, and like they release them as like direct to video, designed to capitalize off bigger movies. So, for example, this one is here it is. Yeah, Moses, Prince of Egypt, which is obviously supposed to rip off that DreamWorks film, Prince of Egypt. Now, obviously, they tried to get in the hands of people however they could. Fun fact, I've seen a few of these types of movies actually on greeting cards. I'm not kidding. You actually get like a birthday card. It's like, happy birthday! And here's a DVD of a really crappy animated film. I'm not kidding. I've seen those. Well, this isn't on the PlayStation 1. I am not kidding when I say this is on a PlayStation 1. Well, I'm technically playing it on PlayStation 2, which is backwards compatible. But yeah, this is a PS1 game. The game. So essentially, what they do is they've got the animated film on this, and all they do is they just add these two extra bits. You've got sort of colouring in, which you can do of certain scenes of the film, or you can do a jigsaw puzzle. I remember I was in like just sort of a local, it was independent game store, and I saw this. I'm like, okay, I have to buy this. Just the crappy Photoshop of his hair, his little head gear. So, and the best part is, I have two different ones. So I got this, and I have the Humpback of Notre Dame as well. So we're just going to watch this. This is just a one-off, and so is the other one. I just think this is be so funny. So essentially, we're just going to watch a movie. So let's watch a movie. A really bad anime. Well, oh, here we go. I like how it's still cropped out. A boat. Who animated this film? I gotta find out. Do hippos have uvula? They probably do. I don't think I've ever seen one though.
That's my country, Egypt. A wonderful country. In other countries,
Oh, that is
the
so
people
choppy.
still lived in caves. We already had houses, palaces, and of course, the pyramids. Our kings we called pharaohs. In this story, as we will see at once, he wasn't particularly pleasant, but very rich and powerful.
Oh yeah, check out that dancing. What the hell? So bad.
My new dances, do you like them, Sheriff? Well, I must say, Pharaoh, you wonderful. You have good taste. Well, I must say, their moves are a little
I don't know how.
we'll soon set
Which one's the biggest pervert? Oh, God, they're all perverts. Even a monkey is.
Pharaoh, not now. It's important just now. Okay, but please be brief. I'll try. As you surely noticed, Abi has to me. He, anyway, is one of my best agents. Well, you have to admit it was a wonderful idea to train a Harvey to be an agent. Whatever gives somebody the idea Monkey is an agent anyway, Charter? You are right.
He's a babbler.
Just told me that your slaves, the Israelites, became dissatisfied more and more every day. They say they have to work too hard for you and they have very little to eat. And for this reason, you interrupt the performance? Why should I worry about it? They should work more, then they won't have time to think about
The lipstick is
take care of it.
chef's
After all,
kiss.
this is what you were paid for. Go on.
The biggest thing you always wonder about these is how much of the story is completely deviated off, like, what the actual thing is. Because it's not like, oh, they did, because, like, sometimes they'll just base it off things like the trailers when they initially come out. You hear about them sort of seeing the trailer, and then they're still going to make it up as they go along.
Israelites came to Egypt. In their own country, there was a great famine, so they had to move away. The pharaoh allowed them to live in Egypt. But
Ooh,
they
that's
had
bad
to work
posture.
very hard for him.
Really? That's a spazzing. But yeah, here's the thing with the story. It's
Hi, do you want to play with us?
the guy's clearly an adult.
Come on.
Are you gonna yawn? Why is he spazzing? Oh, we got the evil dude.
We will have trouble now.
Look at this boy. And you claim you haven't enough to eat? You haven't enough time to play either? Right here, you mustn't play. You have to work.
But they are just children.
Children, go on working. That counts for you, too. You are becoming cheeky. What's your name?
I'm assuming it's a
I hold
baby.
you responsible for Aaron. If he gets caught playing another time, I will beat him black and blue myself, so that he won't be able to walk away. And believe me, my agents are everywhere.
Oh, wow.
I won't be spoken to like that. The Egyptians have no right to treat us like slaves. Aaron, be quiet. Go on working. Sharif will be able to realize his threat.
And believe me,
He is a chubby kid. He's pretty chubby, too.
Therefore, be reasonable, Aaron. We simply have to do what the Pharaoh orders. For you, maybe, but I'm not afraid. And Benjamin isn't either. You will help us if somebody tries to hurt us.
So he's got a pet croc named Benjamin.
But the monkey, Abby, was listening and hadn't anything better to do than to
But
be
yeah,
Sharif.
like, it's not like this story isn't something they knew. It's the story of Moses. Like, they don't have to change it that much. And there's no, like, copyright or anything, because it's an Old Testament story.
Well, are they working?
Thousands of years ago.
Them enough?
In theory, anyway.
What do you think? The children? And that Aaron is the ringleader? He's going to be in for it. Who's going to be in for it? Do you have the Israelites under control again? My dearest Pharaoh, it's like my master agent. I don't know. Yeah. Short answer, please. Yes or no? 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 Yes, no, I mean, but if you'd let me finish speaking. Sharif, yes or no? It's the children. The adults obey and everything, but the children refuse to obey you. The children. That's all I needed. I don't want a rebellious generation growing up. We have to put it to the test. But I would say exactly the same. To put it to the test, but would it be if you know... you are too awkward. I need a simple, honest solution. Exactly. For 1 year, I will order the killing of every newborn child. Send the soldiers in.
So,
Pharaoh!
if memory serves me correct, the reason he killed all the firstborns was a premonition, wasn't it? Or like from his
Every time when
from his
he found out
advisors.
from Abby or another agent that a child was born, he sent the soldiers out.
Hey, please get this snake another animation.
Mother now. I'm going to hide my child. The soldiers won't find him. What if Moses cries? Everybody will notice it. And when he grows up, what'll happen then?
Aaron is right. As long as Moses is a baby, you can hide
Wait,
him
wait.
later when he's
Getting rid of the
grown, it won't
firstborn,
work
shouldn't it
anymore.
be
We
him
have to
dying?
take him somewhere where there's no Pharaoh and
Or was
no
I not
soldiers.
listening?
But Aaron.
I don't think it really matters.
But not the Nile.
Yeah?
We will place the basket with Moses on the Nile and let him swim away. Aaron, what kind of ideas do you have all the time? That's too dangerous. Imagine.
Why does he sound like a young Herbert
And if you
Herbert or
take him to
something?
little Benjamin, he will be able to protect him. The family thought it over and over, but they couldn't find a better solution. So the mother took the basket and went to the Nile with Aaron. You have to watch my little brother very well. You are responsible for him. Do you promise this?
Oh no. Right now I'm just rooting for the pet alligator at the moment.
The little crocodile took his job very
Crocodile, sorry.
seriously and protected Moses.
Oh, look at that! Different animation for the play snake.
Nearby, the
He's not
Pharaoh
caught up for
said
once.
The basket was taken by a strong current. Even the strongest little crocodile isn't able to do anything against a strong current.
Current doesn't look that strong.
Doesn't that look funny? What does that little crocodile
Wait.
want to do? Maybe there's something inside to eat.
Why is there a Dalmatian puppy?
A baby! What do you think of that? Don't just stand around. Try to distract the crocodile.
That's easier said than done. How do you decide?
What is it, Scooby-Doo or something?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to keep him.
You have enough. Anyway, you're the Pharaoh's daughter, and that's definitely an Israelite child. If your father finds out about this, well, we're in for it.
There's no need for him to know. Nobody else knows.
I just realised that chick is a male actor.
Okay. Nobody will hear anything from me.
No, it's such a bad woman voice. Oh, don't worry, you won't hear anything from me.
I don't care why this child was lying on the steps of my palace. What should I do with him?
You don't have to do anything. I will raise him.
And what if he's no Egyptian child, What if it's an Israelite child?
Nonsense. Look at the blanket. Israelites haven't got those blankets. No, he is a little Egyptian.
I don't care. Take the child away. We're not an orphanage.
I have a name for him, Ammon, just like you, like his grandfather.
Grandfather, are you crazy?
Finally, the Pharaoh agreed. Moses.
Oh, we're back to the default animation.
That he was Ammon, the Pharaoh's grandchild. And the princess was his mother. He felt like the future ruler of Egypt.
Why the long Egypt? Was it because they couldn't figure out how to put more words in that animation? That's a nice,
In the meantime, many years had passed. Aaron had grown up and had a son of his own. He seldom thought of Moses these days.
Wait, is he still... Is...
Daddy, there are men coming. Stop playing.
Wait, why is he still playing?
Oh, Amon, the Prince of Egypt. He will be the Pharaoh himself when the present Pharaoh dies. Nothing will change for us. One's just like the other.
Come on.
That sounds like the
You
granddad.
obey the orders. After all, you're the Prince of Egypt.
He's standing around and talking instead of working. Hey, you, come here. Yeah? Yes, my prince, you have to say. Ah, Egyptian show-off. What was that?
He said Egyptian show-off. I'm going to call the soldiers.
I'll admit, Aaron seems pretty lazy considering he's still playing this bloody alligator even though he's grown up with a bloody kid.
About that. I'll show you. Come on.
Ammon, we are looking for you everywhere. Where do I find you? Picking a fight with an Israelite. Aren't you ashamed? You, the future Pharaoh.
Just smirk. There'll be another day. Let's go.
What was that donkey doing?
I'm sure you would have won against the Egyptian.
No, Daniel, I don't think so. But anyway, we mustn't tolerate everything.
What the hell? What kind of voice is that?
What's going on? I also want to laugh.
Well, yes, if you think about it, that Ammon's an Israelite himself, and now he wants to punish his own people. Funny, isn't it?
Be quiet. What do you think will happen?
Look, there's a long pause. It's clearly still voice.
Abi had big ears. At last, a message as he wants it. He ran to Sharif, filled with pride for his result as an agent. He ran to the pharaohs.
Is that right? Is that right, what Sheriff has told me? Ammon is an Israelite? He didn't lie on the steps of my palace. You fished him out of the Nile.
It doesn't matter where I found him and where he was born. Here he grew up with us, and he feels like an Egyptian.
I like how she has...
It doesn't matter. Where did you get
It's clearly an old guy, but it's very clear he hasn't aged. Or that idiot either. That's to be at least 20 years.
The soldier went to Moses to warn him and told him to escape. Otherwise, the Pharaoh would have killed him. In despair, Moses went out into the desert and wandered until his feet could no longer carry him.
Jesus, they're bloody going quickly. He's grown up. He's grown up and he's already banished to the desert. That took like 10 minutes.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Why shouldn't I be an Egyptian any longer? Why should my mother not be my mother? I'm afraid I'm going crazy. That bush has been burning since I've been sitting here. It should have been burned out by now.
Wait.
Don't come any closer. I have selected you in order to free the Israelites from their slavery in Egypt. You
Okay, I feel like I skipped like 15 scenes.
Is there anyone around?
I am the God of the Israelites. Go to your people and tell them that they should go with you.
Yeah, I think it would have looked better if they didn't superimpose God there. Just left him as a bush.
No, it is true. What the Pharaoh's agent has found out. You are an Israelite.
You don't say, but the people know me as the Prince of Egypt. I'm sure they believe that I'm trying to cheat them.
Go to your brother Aaron. He will recognize you by name. Your name is Moses, and nobody but he and your mother.
Oh, that close up is beautiful.
Is this really the man who should be my brother? You'll never believe me.
So tell him that a long time ago he gave you a little crocodile for protection. That will convince him.
Though it may be true what you're saying, why should I believe on top of that you're our God?
Okay.
Look at that staff which is lying around there.
He's just dumb. Oh, really? Turn into Snake. I just made this.
Israelites, and if they don't believe you, take the staff and make a snake of it. I will send a dream to your brother Aaron. This dream will tell him of your coming. Now go. Go.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Felt very uncomfortable when he started on his
There was a lot of dumping of information on Moses.
came to the village of the Israelites, the safer he felt.
He knew he was Israeli before he left.
True, that had been said by this God. He was selected, if not for a prince of Egypt, then at least as a savior of the Israelites.
I feel like the crocodile would have been bigger.
The Prince of Egypt, that's all we need just now. Has he got to turn up right now when my brother's coming home?
My father says we don't want to see you right now. Oh.
I'm Moses, your brother. Yeah, I don't believe that. Is there any reason to know that my name is Moses? But apart from you, nobody knows my name. And at the time, you gave me a little crocodile for protection, just like the one your son's
I think he's
playing with.
talking a bit too close to his mic.
Must be Moses. Why else would he know the details? Aaron, he must really be Moses. But that's when he wanted to beat you up. Shh, be quiet.
Our God has selected me to take you out of Egypt, into a country without any suppression. I should go to the Pharaoh and tell him now that we have got to go. You want a bit too much, don't you think? First we're supposed to believe you're Moses, and furthermore, you'll lead us out of Egypt by the order of some god. Not of some god, but of a very powerful god. Look here, everybody.
I like how
The Israelites will protect us.
he didn't show him dropping the star.
It seems you really believe in him. I'll go to the Pharaoh with you. I'm looking forward to it.
The following day, Aaron and Moses went to the Pharaoh.
Aaron just sounds like a dick.
And let them leave Egypt.
I like when they run out, they elongate the word when they run out of things to say.
Aaron. He's been a notorious hooligan since his childhood. And the other one, I really don't know. You don't know? No, I mean, yes, in some way or other, he seems familiar to me, but I'll take care of him. Okay, so you want to leave Egypt. That has been told you by your God. Well, why not? Are you crazy? What kind of God are you talking about? A strong and powerful God. Have a look here.
At least it showed the star being thrown this time.
This could have been done by my gods just as well. And now take care that you disappear quickly. You may come back again when your god has found some better ideas. But, come on, I've told you from the beginning it doesn't work like that. The Israelites obviously live...
He's very pessimistic, isn't he?
Change that immediately. From where do I know this Moses? I've seen him before, but I'm not sure.
I'm not allowed to play with Benny anymore. The Egyptian soldier said I have to work.
That's your fault.
Your wife is right, Aaron. I told you it'd become more sensible. Now everything will become worse.
He sounds like the Pharaoh.
Same as it was before, and you know how that ended up.
This time will be different.
Wait, where did she come from? She wasn't in a previous scene.
We should not listen to him anymore. Nothing good will come out of this.
Oh, just back to more establishing shots. Oh, let's go back to God.
He's laughing about you. To change your staff into a snake can be done by his gods as well. The Israelites have been punished and have to work more than before. How can they believe in you anymore?
I will teach him a lesson. You and Aaron will go back to the Pharaoh again.
Why is that face so unsettling?
I will send him as many rats into the country as there is corn. The rats will eat everything.
When Moses told this to the Israelites, most of them remained skeptical.
This is an old snake, too.
They had seen what had happened if you worked against the Pharaoh, but Aaron believed in God and went to the palace with Moses.
Well, what new magic do you have to offer this time? You better stop laughing. If you don't let us go, our Lord will send a plague of rats into your country, such as Egypt has never seen before. You want to make me afraid? A plague of rats? Well, let's see. And if your God is able to conjure up some rats, well, my priests will know what to do about it.
Get out of... What the hell? What? Wait, what? What? Okay, so he's... Okay, turning the staff into a rat. Okay, whatevs. But why was the rat
Priest!
doing that?
Rats disappear at once!
This is...
That's not possible. The God of Israelites must be more powerful than our gods.
Okay, who's that guy?
The rats are not only in the palace, but throughout the whole country, but not in the village of the Israelites.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack on
The
that.
harvest has already been eaten by the rats. If this does not stop, a famine will threaten.
Why did the rat laugh like a little kid
I
when it
can't do
transformed?
anything. You must do what they want. Otherwise, we will all starve sooner or later.
Tell your God, if the rats have disappeared by tonight, you may go. If you do not want me to change my mind, then disappear, but do it quickly, yeah. You really want to let them go? But Pharaoh, please allow me. Be quiet. As soon as the rats have gone, you send
It's easy to remove.
They shall stop the Israelites. They guess they can disappear that easily. Do you believe me now? Get your things packed. I will lead you into the promised land. Forget the promised land. Your promised land
Who's
is here
the-
forever. Everyone who leaves the village will go to prison immediately. That's what I told you before. That's the result.
What's with the weird old guy? He said so odd.
You have made everything worse.
It looks as if the people were right. The Pharaoh is more powerful than your God. No, just more underhanded. I will talk with God again. He will force Pharaoh to allow us to go. But then we would have worked ourselves to death, and if you were not Aaron's brother, we'd have chased you away.
God was very furious when he heard that the Pharaoh had
Oh,
broken
what are they
his
going to do
promise.
this time?
He sent heavy thunderstorms over the country. Pharaoh promised again to let the Israelites go, but just when the thunderstorms were over, he broke his promise.
Seems you never give up. How do you want to threaten me now?
That's a hell of a walk cycle.
If you don't let them go, the Lord will make all Egyptian children ill and put them to death. Are you able to stop that?
If the children are dead, even the God of the Israelites can't put them back to life again.
Is that a leaf on it? Yeah, it's a
Should
crystal
we
on his
take
head.
any risk?
Disappear immediately now. I don't.
Hey, see, what is he, an astrologer, I guess?
Come on, what are we standing around here for? Sorry, there's one more thing. Our God wants you to give us back our gold and jewelry that we've been working for such a long time. Take as much as you can, but go away immediately.
Oh, so not going to kill. That's honestly surprising.
Daniel.
But I want to take Benny with me.
That's not possible. We gotta go through the desert. There's no water. Benny will die of thirst.
Then I don't want to go through the desert either.
Daniel, listen. We will go to a country that is much prettier than Egypt. Then you will get a little crocodile again.
2.
What do you mean, 2?
2 little crocodiles.
2 crocodiles. Now come. Bye, Benny. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're not...
Well, that was easy to convince him.
Daniel.
Yep, yawning hippo again. Yeah, reusing animation. It's the common theme of these kind of films.
Why did I allow them to go? And why did I give them their gold and jewelry? Oh, I could.
It's like the shuffling he's doing.
Ammon, what's the matter with him? He's Moses. From the beginning, I was sure I knew him. What? And Moses is Ammon. Moses is the prince of Egypt. This, and I brought him up. I treated him like my own son. He has lied to me and cheated me again and again. No, it's worse. He has robbed, stolen,
I don't think he really treated him like a son very well.
Please be quiet, Pharaoh. He says the Israelites are moving on very slow. They can't be far. It's not too late. At last you have a good idea. Quick, Sheriff. Put an army together. They should bring back the Israelites together with my gold. And especially this Moses, the Prince of Egypt.
Ahbi's report was absolutely correct. The Israelites could only walk a few kilometers a day. The march across the desert was very exhausting.
I just double checked. This cartoon's only half an hour long.
Daddy, Egyptian soldiers. I have seen one of them.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not a baby anymore. I know well enough what an Egyptian soldier looks like.
I believe you, my son. What do I hear? The Egyptians are following us. They will kill all of us.
You don't seem very scared.
Stayed in Egypt. We should never have listened to you and your brother.
For someone who's crying and wailing, he doesn't seem that facial expression doesn't seem very worried.
Esther's right. We should not have asked for the return of the gold and jewelry. It's absolutely clear Pharaoh wants his gold back. I didn't want it. It was God who wanted it. Then go to your God and tell him to get us out of the trouble. That's what he's responsible for.
You need not say anything. I see that your people are
Oh, where's this bush?
happy with you.
They're not happy with you either. The Egyptians are following us. Did we have to take the gold with us?
Do you start to doubt me? Haven't I proved to you again and again that I'm more powerful than Pharaoh?
Yes, you have. But ahead of us is the Red Sea, and behind us there are the soldiers. Where should we escape?
Let your people come together at the beach of the Red Sea. Then take your staff and put it into the water. The sea will split and you can go through it with dry feet.
Okay, I want to see how impressive this is.
Moses.
The parting of the Red Sea compared to whatever
They had no choice.
whatever this is going to be.
Moses.
Because I've seen the Prince of Egypt, the actual Prince of Egypt. And that was really good. Actually, the brilliant film, I gotta admit. Even as someone who isn't religious, I like it.
Is he able to do that?
The staff can perform miracles. Moses can make the rats come and disappear. Why shouldn't he be able to do the same with the water? If Moses is
Oh wait, he's been pessimistic all film.
anything against him anymore.
And we all will believe in his God.
They're so pessimistic. Why are they so cool about it? Okay, here we go. Okay. That does not look very deep.
Well, that's what I said before.
Looks like a meter deep. Maybe 2. Got rock music.
Hurry up. We must be across the sea before the Egyptians...
That is not deep. You couldn't wade through that or something? This looks very impressive.
made it! We have really made it!
Soldiers! Egyptian soldiers! Soldiers! Egyptian soldiers!
They'll reach us. I know it all along. Now they will kill all of us if we had only stayed.
Oh,
in
God.
Egypt.
Oh, come on, you can wade across. Oh, really?
At last, the people believed in
What the hell was that donkey?
God. In order to commemorate their rescue, they celebrated a great festival, the Passah.
It wasn't even a sea, that was just a river crossing.
At Easter, and will remind people of the great event.
Easter. That's not why Easter is a thing. Tell me at least some, just go straight back to the start. No credits. No, so can we get some credits? Oh, I've got to see if there's anything. No credits. No one wants to know. Nothing. Well, okay, so what did I think about that? So the animation is not that good. They reuse a lot of it. The voice acting does not match the lips whatsoever. There are times when they just where there's no talking, the lips keep moving. It's very clear some points they have to sort of string it along a bit so it matches. The story just kind of cuts out so much stuff. It's so janky. I guess that was great. Okay, so I think I'll leave it for that. I might watch the next one now, just because I'm curious to see what it's like. I'll see. I'll see you in the next one.